You're interested in joining our organization? We'd love to have you. You're exactly the type of person we're looking for. Committed, enthusiastic, and a leader.
We know you'll do great things here, and we hope that will open some doors for you. You will make lifelong friendships, and hopefully, you'll be the type of person whose positive impact will be felt here for many years.
This is the start of something really cool. We know you have your reasons for joining, and we also know your reasons for staying will be entirely different. Trust us on that one.
People tend to join for the image, the props, and the social stuff. They stay around for the friendships, and because they find a place where they can impact others. It's a family. We know this, and soon, you will too.
Soon, these letters will be yours, but there's one lesson we must impress upon you before you sign your name on that dotted line. Pay that first fee and get that first t-shirt.
It's the single most important thing we're gonna ask of you, so you need to listen and understand it now before you say yes.
It's the one most important thing that any fraternity or sorority can impress upon its new members. Truly, our survival as an organization on this campus and nationwide depends on you understanding this one simple lesson and taking it to heart.
It's more important than our history, our traditions, structure, or our rules. Because if you don't understand the most fundamental lesson, then none of the other stuff will matter. If you don't get the one golden rule of Greek life, then your son or your daughter will not have an organization like this to join someday. And all of this will just be a fuzzy memory.
Here it is. Ready? From the moment you say yes to this organization, you are always wearing your letters.
We're going to repeat it.
From the moment you say yes to this organization, you are always wearing your letters. We're not talking about t-shirts, sweatshirt, or hats made in the colors of the group. We're not talking about a tattoo on your ankle, party favor, or badge you wear on your dress shirt.
What we mean is that when you say yes to a lifetime of membership in this group, everything you say, do, and represent is a direct reflection on this group, your brothers and sisters, and the thousands of members who have come before you.
Everything you put out into the world is a direct reflection of our organization. Every decision, every achievement, every mistake you make happens to all of us from this point forward.
When you go to the grocery store, you represent us.
If you fall asleep in class or earn a bad grade, you represent us.
When you drive down the road and you slow down for a pedestrian to cross, you represent us.
When you turn 21 and hit the town, you represent us.
When you become a leader of another NIU organization, you represent us.
When you travel to another campus to support Husky Athletics, you represent us.
When you insult someone or talk badly about another group or organization, you represent us.
When you break up with someone and make decisions about how you behave during that difficult time, you represent us.
When you go on spring break, you represent us.
When you're sitting at your mother's dining room table, you represent us.
When you go into the city for the weekend, you represent us.
When you get a job and go work for a company or an organization, you represent us.
Whenever you post on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Snapchat, you represent us.
When you commit your life to that special person someday, you represent us.
You are always wearing your letters. From this day forward, in every day and in every situation, they never come off.
As surely as if you tattoo these letters on your forehead, it doesn't matter if you're wearing a jersey with our name on it or a business suit to an interview. You have to assume that every person you meet will form a permanent opinion about fraternities and sororities, good or bad, based on your attitudes and actions. Every good thing you do builds us up.
Every dumb thing you do tears us down.
We live in a time where the actions of one man or one woman can end a group like ours. One person acting against our shared values can end 100 years of tradition and pride.
One choice you make on a Friday night can take away everything that generations of men and women have worked to build. All the stuff you see that belongs to us can be boxed up or thrown out because of the choices you make.
If it seems a little intense, it's good, because it's serious. If it feels like too much responsibility, or you can't behave in a way that reflects well on all of us, walk away now.
Do us a favor. We won't think less of you. In fact, we'll thank you. This sort of commitment isn't for everyone, so don't say yes unless you understand.
We're not asking you to give up anything. We're not asking you to become something you aren't. We're asking you to become more of who you already are.
We're inviting you to become a part of a group of people who make a promise to take care of each other every day. We're asking you to become the very best version of you that you could be.
We're asking you to take a leap of maturity, to go to that place where you're the same honorable, dignified person on Saturday night as you are on Tuesday morning.
It's a big deal, and not everyone can do it. Forget everything you heard up to this point. Forget how much you might desire this, or how much we might want to bring you into the group. Just clear your mind and ask yourself one question. Are you ready to never take them off?
Because when you say yes, you're not just putting letters on a sweatshirt. You're forever stamping your identity with them. You're putting them in your heart. Everything you are, from this point on, becomes who we are.
You will make mistakes, and your brothers and sisters will remind you of your commitment. There will be times where you'll see other members forgetting their promise, and you'll need to remind them. That's part of this whole fraternity and sorority thing.
We work together to make ourselves better men and women who stand for something. We carry each other. We matter to one another.
If we're doing fraternity and sorority right, then we'll make you a better person. But if you're doing everything right, then you'll make us a better organization.
So please think about it. Take it seriously. Because if you say yes, these letters belong to you as surely as they belong to our founders.
If you say yes, these letters become your responsibility forever. That's the promise.
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 We're always wearing our letters.